Does everyone on Mars have all of your powers?
Of course. On Mars, powers are merely the facts of life.
On Earth, we have the facts of life, too. But compared to yours, the birds and bees are for the birds.
I know what you're thinking, Tim. But you just can't have one. You're not ready yet.
Well, have you ever given a power to someone on Earth?
Of course not.
Well, then how do you know we're not ready? Now, you're always telling me not to prejudge, and you're prejudging now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Now, you say the people on Earth are not ready for Martian powers, and yet, no one on Earth has ever had a Martian power.
I just couldn't do it.
Well, I'd like to prove to you that we are mature enough.
Well, what power would you take?
Well, you talk to animals.
You make me sound neurotic.
You read minds.
And now you make me sound like a nightclub act.
You make things rise up and float around.
It's called levitation. Learn the terms.
Oh, sorry. Well, let's see. You can disappear. That's it. Disappear. I bet being invisible would be a ball, especially in certain places.
You should have your thoughts washed out with soap.
I ever asked anything of you before? I mean, didn't I take you in? Like a brother?
Like an uncle.
Well, what's wrong with trying a little thing like that?
Well, nothing, I suppose. Maybe I could let you have levitation for a little while.
Oh, that'd be great. For how long?
One day.
One day?
Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
All right, let me see your index finger.
My right or my left?
Right, of course. The left is for something else. Now, if I told you that, you'd want it instead.
How you know?
I read your mind. Now, place your finger against my finger.
What are you going to do?
Come on, come on, come on. Don't be frightened. Now, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Think of nothing but your finger. There. You've got it. Yes, you've got it, but you've got to be careful with it. Put that fish back. Let me see that finger. Well, it looks fine.
What's wrong?
Did you ever break that finger?
Well, yeah, I broke it once playing football. Why?
It never set right. All your levitation will be at an angle. There are people like that, you know.
Yes, Uncle Martin. Hey, this is great!
Watch your control. Hold that finger straight. That's it now. Compensate, compensate for that angle. Trial ending. Never take your eye off of what you're levitating.
Oh. Watch this, Uncle Martin.
Ease up on that middle joint. Now, 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 bend the knuckle on that bank. What's so funny? It's not a toy, Tim.
I'm sorry, Uncle Martin, but I'm just afraid it's not right for me.
Well, you are not really trying.
No, you were right, Uncle Martin. Levitation is a toy to me. Now, this would be great if I was a piano mover or a bank robber, even a street sweeper, but I'm afraid being a reporter, I picked the wrong power.
You can't change powers in midstream.
Well, why not? So I made a mistake. Look, if I should have picked something that was a little more helpful in my work.
I never should have started this.
Uncle Martin, look. There's this reporter that has a city hall beat, and he's on vacation. And I have an interview tomorrow with a big shot councilman.
I can't.
Uncle Martin, if I could find out how he really thinks, how he's going to vote on particular issues, it'd help me a great deal. Come on, Uncle Martin. Give me a transfer.
I'm not a streetcar conductor.
Please.
Well, not now, anyway.
Why not?
Well, before I give you mind reading, I'd have to take back levitation.
All right, swell. Take it back.
All right. Hold out your finger.
All right, there. It's gone.
So fast? Up chair. Up telephone.
Up Donder. Up Blitzen. It's gone, Tim.
Really? That's great. Now, where's the mind reading?
Tomorrow.
All day? Can I have it all day?
Until midnight.
Gee, I feel like Cinderella. Why didn't you wake me earlier? I only have one day for mind reading.
You have plenty of time, Tim, until midnight.
Is it connected? You know, does it work? Can I read minds?
Open the door and see.
Good morning, Mr. O'Hara. Nice day.
What was that?
Just said it's a nice day.
There's 2 cents postage due on my letter, right?
Well, how'd you know?
Just a wild guess.
Oh.
Yes, you're right. That's not our dog. We don't have a dog.
It's funny. It's just what I was thinking.
But I can tell you what you think is the worst kind of dog.
What?
A Pekingese.
Yeah.
They're so small they come up and bite you on the ankle before you even notice them.
They're so small they come up and bite you on the... Here's your letter.
He came in as clear as a bell.
What did you expect? Static?
It's fantastic.
Now, Tim, you can't tease people with their own thoughts. It's not a game. Do me a favor, huh? Go back to levitation.
Oh, no. I'm just warming up to mind reading.
Well, after what I've just seen, I'm worried about what might happen the rest of the day.
Oh, all right, Uncle Martin. I was showing off. But, well, he was my first case. I mean, how did you do your first time?
Well, it's hard to remember. I was a baby.
Mrs. Brown.
Oh, good morning, Tim.
It certainly is a gorgeous morning.
Oh, why, that's just what I was going to say.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown.
Oh, good morning, Martin. Oh, I brought some chocolate chip cookies up for you, Tim. I know they're your favorite.
You mean you know that they're Uncle Martin's favorite?
Oh, his favorite, too. Really? Oh, well, now that's a surprise.
Mrs. Brown. You mean he loves chocolate chip.
Well, I baked them for you, Tim, but if Martin really likes them.
Oh, I do indeed, Mrs. Brown. It was very nice of you to think of us.
Oh, I hope you like them. Most people do like my chocolate cooked chippies. I mean, my chocolate chip choppies. Yeah, my chocolate chop... Oh, dear. Maybe I should have made peanut brittle. Yeah, brittle.
Well, it was very nice of you, Mrs. Brown. I know we will enjoy these.
You're absolutely right, Mrs. Brown. He doesn't look his age at all.
No, he certainly doesn't. Did I say that?
No, Mrs. Brown. Tim said that.
Oh, good. For a minute, I thought...
Thought you said what you were thinking.
Yes, that's right. I thought that... Oh, enjoy the chookies. Oh, cookies.
She came in clearer than the mailman. I'm a what?
A blabbermouth. One of the first rules of mind reading is don't be a blabbermouth. Don't blab.
I just said what she was thinking.
That's blabbing.
No, no, thank you. No coffee now. As a matter of fact, the lady would like milk later. Isn't that right, Daphne?
I was just going to say that.
Now, where were we?
About your interview with Councilman Granby this afternoon. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Well, you don't have to. This is my lucky day.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Well, there's something I'm going to have to tell you. You see, I got this telegram.
You mean telephone call?
Yes, telephone call. You see, I have this aunt from New Jersey.
Really? Your aunt?
Uh-huh, from Brown Brook.
And he?
No, she. Well, she's coming into town this weekend, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to break our Saturday night date.
Do you know how much extra I had to pay for those tickets to a broker?
Well, I can't be rude to my aunt.
Your aunt, huh? The tall aunt?
Well, she's not that tall.
Well, the 6'2" tall aunt with the broad shoulders and the big blue eyes, that aunt?
My father's younger sister.
Your father's younger sister who played tackle at Purdue?
I don't know what you mean, Tim.
Your Aunt Bronco.
Have you been spying on me? Have you had my phone tapped? Had me followed? Or what?
Really, your aunt? Couldn't you have said your grandmother who died or a story you had to go on out of town?
Well, I've just never been so insulted in all my life.
Who gets the salad?
Oh, he does. And allow me to give it to him.
Roquefort, please. Well, I'm off to interview Granby, but first I'm going to stop by and get last-minute instructions from Burns.
Tim, maybe we should...
Call the whole thing off? Don't forget, I can read your mind, too.
Well, then you know what I'm thinking. When I gave you the power of mind reading, it was like opening Pandora's box. Nothing but trouble has come out.
Well, I'll admit that maybe I acted foolish with the mailman and with Mrs. Brown. Maybe even a little with Daphne, too.
From what you told me, that was quite a lunch date you had with Daphne.
Yes, That's not funny.
What?
That joke you're thinking, it must have been a tossed salad because she really tossed it.
Sorry. But I'm really concerned about your interview. This power could get you into lots of trouble.
Once I read Granby's mind, I am going to write the interview of the year. Now, will you please stop worrying?
I can't help it. It's my responsibility. I never should have given you mind reading, and,
You might take it back?
I might.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. I just looked in there, and you'd never go back on a promise. Besides, I know how to use it better now.
Oh, no, you don't. I just looked in there, and you don't.
I think
That's not true. Besides,
you never did, just this morning.
that doesn't count. You were...
I was not.
Tim,
Oh, no. You said till 12 midnight, not till 12 noon. Anyway...
you wouldn't dare. I could...
You wouldn't. You know, I sort of hate to leave now. You and I could have a wonderful conversation and not even say a word. Oh, come on, Uncle Martin. What are we doing? Playing follow the leader?
I can't help it, Tim. I'm concerned.
But I'm a big boy now.
I know, but I gave you dynamite to play with. And I'd feel better if I went along with you.
Oh, that's swell. That sure makes me a big shot reporter. What am I supposed to say? Councilman Granby, I'd like you to meet my Uncle Martin. He's here to keep an eye on me, just to make sure that I don't do anything silly.
Yeah. You've got a point there. I know what I'll do. There. Now I won't embarrass you by my presence, but I'll be there in case you need me.
All right, I can't stop you now. Join the fun. See if I care.
Say, Gene, give me a rundown on that new reporter I got to talk to, will you?
Oh, it's all here on a set of 4x5 cards, Jack. He's a real lightweight. He's a fast replacement for Eddie. His name's O'Hara, and he's a real nothing. He's nobody.
Good. Oh. Yes?
Tim O'Hara.
Send him in. What's his name again?
O'Hara, Tim O'Hara.
Tim. How are you, my boy?
Can we get you something?
Well, no, thank you. I'm fine.
Good. Let's go. I like a reporter who wants to get to work fast. That's what we've heard about you. Oh, we've heard a lot about you, Tom.
Tim.
Yeah, of course. How could I forget? You've got some reputation, my boy. Real heavyweight. I've been looking forward to this interview. Shall we sit on the couch?
No, I'd rather not sit on the couch.
Fine, let's sit.
On second thought, let's sit on the couch.
Yeah, whatever you say, my boy. Where shall we start?
Oh, well, Councilman Granby.
Jack.
Everybody calls him Jack. Part of the new breed, you know.
Yeah.
Fire away.
Yes. Well, I know the council will be voting next week.
Oh, I love being interviewed by a reporter who's bothered to check the facts. Congratulations, my boy.
Well, thank you very much. Now, there seems to be some concern about the new freeway going through your district.
Right.
Yes, well, have you made up your mind yet? I mean, are you going to vote for it or against it?
Is that your full question? It's a hot potato, all right.
Will you vote for it or against it?
You've got to face issues.
Jack always says that.
If you were to ask me what advice I would give to a young man or a young woman starting out in politics today, I would sum it up in 2 words. Face issues. Now, what's your next question?
My next question?
Councilman's a busy man, Tom. Tim, let's get on with the interview. I don't mean to rush you, my boy, but I'm interested in your next question.
Yes, well, now I know the new high school bond issue is coming up before the council.
We owe a great responsibility to the youth. They are the voters of tomorrow.
Oh, well, then you'll support the new bond issue.
A lot of the voters of today aren't interested in the voters of tomorrow.
You won't support it.
Isn't he a peach of an interviewer, Gene?
He sure is, Jack.
If you were to ask me what advice I would give to a young man or a young woman starting out in journalism today, I would sum it up in 2 words. Clear questions. Now, do you have a third question?
But I haven't...
Yes? Oh, right away. The mayor wants you on your private line.
He always wants me when I'm tied up. I'll take it inside. You think up some more good questions, my boy. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Make yourself at home. Be my guest.
Fine. All right. Where are you?
Here, in Jack's chair.
Okay, wise guy. What did you do with my mind-reading power?
I didn't do anything.
Never trust a Martian. That's my motto. Where are you sneaking off to? You just can't face me, can you? Now, we made a deal, and you spoiled it just when I really needed it. First, I read his mind, yes. Then I read his mind, no. Then yes. Then no. All right. Where are you?
You've still got the power, Tim.
Well, then why couldn't I read his mind clearly?
Nobody can read a politician's mind while he's deciding which side he's on.
Why not?
He's playing mental ping pong. Politicians won't commit themselves even to themselves.
Hey, there's the angle for my story. The politician's game, mental ping pong.
Now, just a minute, Tim.
What's the matter?
Not only did I give you a stick of dynamite to play with, but it looks as though I just lit the fuse.
But this will be the greatest story I've ever written.
Yes, but think of the consequences.
Sure. I might just end up the official political reporter for the Sun. I'm going to start that story right now. Great, isn't it?
The ping-pong ball mind of Jack Granby, one of our well-known councilmen, bounces for and against the following issues of the day.
Provocative, isn't it?
Must have been out of my mind to run it. Granby's been calling this office for hours, and so has his lawyer, and I've been ducking them. If we're lucky, mind you, if we're lucky. This libel suit will only cost us $1 million. Our city's most ardent issue dodger, who's been playing both sides of the fence for years. Oh, no. Make it $2 million. You know your next job.
The obituary column?
The obituary. Say, how the devil did you know I was thinking that?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just say I had a feeling I was a dead duck.
Where have you been? It's almost 12 o'clock. Everybody's been looking for you.
Well, I've been out thinking of nice, neat, clean ways to kill myself.
Why?
Oh, Uncle Martin, you were right. 101% right. Earthmen just aren't ready for Martian powers. I'm childish. I'm immature. Will you please take back my reading before I do any more damage with it? I've insulted enough people already. I'm being sued for libel. I've almost lost my job. I have lost my new redhead. Uncle Martin, will you please take it back? I only want to know what people tell me. Will you take it back before whoever's coming up here gets up here?
Come in.
Where is he? There you are.
When do I start delivering newspapers?
Oh, boy. You're covering City Hall forever. We're going to do an expose series about all of the city council, and the mayor, and maybe even the governor, too.
What?
We've sold every newspaper we printed. We're back being a crusading newspaper.
Oh, no.
And you're getting a raise, my boy. You know, I finally took that call from Granby, and he told me that seeing all his double talk in print convinced him that he had to take a stand against issues and not duck them. And you, my boy, you, Tim, you're the one that changed him.
Me?
Yeah. You know, he said that it was just as if you were reading his mind. Now, that's the kind of reporter I need. A reporter who can get a politician's innermost thoughts.
Well, you see, Mr. Burns, I'm afraid I can't do that for you anymore. Unless... Uncle Martin, can I just have it for a little bit longer?
Look, we got meetings set up with every councilman for a week. And the mayor called. He wants to go on record with you.
3 days, 2 days?
Are you listening to me?
It's too dangerous. You don't know how to use it properly.
What do you mean it's too dangerous? What do you want, a pistol permit? You got it. You know, I hear the governor's scared, too. At last we've got a reporter who's in there for answers.
Yeah, please, Uncle Martin.
What does he want?
He wants something I, loaned him.
Oh, forget it. I'll buy you a new one. Look, I want to keep you happy, my
Uncle
boy.
Martin, it's almost 12.
You can do a story without it. Dig for your facts and push for the answers.
What the devil did you give him?
But I can't write well without it.
An electrical typewriter. Is that what you want? Yeah, you got it.
Please, Uncle Martin, it's almost midnight.
What is this, midnight? What, are you afraid of turning into a pumpkin?
My head might.
What the devil did you give him? Won't you tell me? Give me a hint. Is it bigger than a bread box? Animal, vegetable, and mineral. Do men use it more than women?
10, it's going.
Oh, what's the matter with you, Tim?
11, nothing's coming in clear now.
I'm going to call a doctor. I'll get the old man's doctor. He's the biggest man on the coast.
12, it's gone.
What do you mean it's gone? What the devil did you give him?
You would never believe it, Mr. Burns. Never.
Oh, hello. I'm Daphne Joyce.
How do you do?
Hello.
I'm Tim's Uncle Martin.
Oh, well, is Tim home? I have something important I want to tell him.
Well, he's in the other room.
Tim, darling,
Hi. I'd like to introduce my Uncle Martin.
we've met. Oh, Tim, dear, I was so wrong yesterday. I'm sorry, darling.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Will you forgive me for being such a fool, such an adolescent?
Well, of course.
Well, I acted like a child. Well, I called Bronco and I told him it was immature and unethical to make 2 dates on the same night. And I broke my date with him so I could go out with you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's the way I feel about you, Tim, darling. You still have the tickets, don't you?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, I have.
You're an angel. Pick me up early?
Yes, well, let me walk you down to your car.
Oh, if Tim could only read minds today. You see, it was Bronco who switched her date to Sunday. But that's our little secret, isn't it?